I think that you would be a fantastic streamer. So informative and educational, and you have all the aircraft. Ooh. Would you go on Twitch or YouTube or? All right. So again, deja vu for those of you who have been here since the beginning. We're gonna go battery on. Avionics to dispatch. Position initialization. GNSS in. Go to. We'll just do this all in battery, so we won't do the GPU. KSLC. Okay, DPG. Perfinite cruise altitude 11,000. Takeoff. Yeah, absolutely. I would totally tune in for a Twin City Jeff stream. What are we gonna play some snack bets on whether or not my camera locks up again on a completely different interface, or was it the Chinese interface that was the issue? All right, Metar, Salt Lake City, come in, please. Come on. They worked earlier. Is MSFS better than X-Plane? Been a while since I've used either. It depends on what category you're talking about, Captain Tony Stark. We were talking about it earlier. If you're talking about the big jets, no. If you're talking about 7 degrees Celsius, and we'll just do 2.9er, 8.9er. Yeah, if you're talking about Boeing and Airbus jets, not yet. No, X-Plane's better. P3D's better as far as the quality of the aircraft, but that's going to change. I'm on descent into KDPG. I kept going. All right, awesome. Sorry, I bugged out. 2.9er, 8.9er. And we're going to do 1.6 left again. Execute. No departure. Legs. We're going to go to Delta Tango Alpha. Execute. And then the arrival into Delta Papa Golf will be RNAV 12 via E2B. Execute. Bring up the discontinuity. Boom. Perfect. All right. Nav lights. Emergency exit lights. We don't need the logo right now. We won't be as vain today. Seatbelt signs.
May I have your attention, please?
Control
the captain
off.
has turned on the seatbelt sign. Please
And we'll go avionics on. But if you're going to be, this, Tony, I would say that, this working title CJ4 is a very solid aircraft that I feel very confident taking on VATSIM with it. Yeah, taking on VATSIM. It does BNAV, LNAV. It's very good, but it's a mod on top of the default aircraft. So for BizJet, I think it's fine. And I think MSFS has better scenery. It's better visuals, better clouds, better water than X-Plane. But we'll see what X-Plane 12 gives us. But as far as, I still... Ozebo, right? I think this camera is working better and my sim's not hiccuping. Hiccuping? Is hiccuping a word? I do need to cancel my flight on FSEconomy to restart it. I love this modded CJ4. It's really good. It's really solid. How was the approach into DPG? Did you do the RNAV? Did it do the LNAV automatically, or did you fly it in manually? All right, so now we're gonna go to the lower section, right engine, open the guard, boom, monitor. Seems better, but afraid if I say something it might start acting up. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is gonna work this time. I'm gonna have to rearrange some cables though. You're coming up to Itubi now. I don't think it will do the circle, so I'm heading off to the side, sort of a downwind approach. Okay, so the modded CJ4 won't do the hold. Okay, we'll start left engine. Close the guards. We'll do climate control to normal. We're going to set the trim. Trim is set. Flaps 15. Taxi lights. Beacon light. Secret click spot. Flight director, check. Pitot heat, which we probably should put at the runway, but whatever. Runway. Still set. Altitude going up to 11,000. Alright, let's go to the runway. VNAV descent works like a charm. Awesome. It doesn't show on the plan, but it might. I want to try it, but I'll leave that for you. I'll try it, yeah. This is a, excuse me, this is a very high-speed taxi. I'm being impatient. I think it's amazing how that Chinese video capture card was making my entire sim go blah, 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 blah. I should probably turn up my settings again, because they're on medium, not ultra. But this is a taxi, yeah. I almost got airborne on that taxiway. And did you do you said the VNAV descent works like a charm. So did you do 11,000 cruise and you just hit E2B at 8,000 or 8,500 or whatever it was. Likely the PCI bus waiting for the USB bus, waiting for the capture card to get back to life. Yeah. Which is amazing, though, that it took out the SIM as well. So, yeah. Anyone want a free capture card? It's actually not a bad card to use for, say, a webcam for your laptop or something. But it worked for a long time without any issue, but I could have fried eggs on it today. Yep, Zerg. Exactly, we're hauling. We are hauling. All right, FSEconomy has started. Let's turn on the landing lights, strobe lights. I was at 25,000 feet. Select VNAV next to course knob. It'll say path on PFD. Set altitude to final approach fix. Wait, select VNAV next to course knob. It will say path on PFD. Wow, you were up high. Your CPU has hardware interrupts. Okay. Well, it seems to be pretty good right now. All right, Towers told us to go ahead and take off. A little bit of engine noise for takeoff. $16 left, deja vu thing. I gotta make sure I don't do the beer horn again. Gear up. Climb detent. Traffic, traffic, traffic. We'll do flight level change 230 and we'll go direct delta again. Okay, we're turning direct delta. Oh, underleft did the same flight? Is underleft in the chat? Maybe he is. Okay, we're climbing. Gonna watch our speed now that we're leveling off. I'm gonna bring back the throttles. I think we should probably bring them back to like probably like 70 something maybe. Select lower left menu on MFD and select PPAUSE. Shows arc. All right, so let's go to lower menu. Then we're going to do PPAUSE. Okay. And then I'm assuming we can zoom in or out. Nikita Net. Back in a bit, have to say the sim looks great. It does look great, and I'm even on the medium settings right now. But we're definitely a much better situation than before. Huff Daddy 5517, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. Since Orlando Airport. Range is in the upper panel. That's right. Perfect. Yeah, solid plane. I'm not going to go down and check out Steam stuff and other stuff, and just going to let this flight finish. Quick glance at the fantasy. Fantasy starts in half an hour. Fantasy football, that is. Sometimes you have last minute situations where people are like, oh, he's not going to play. I think we're good. I did start FSEconomy, yep. Whew. Thank goodness, right? Been on the school grind, there you go. Again, the Bingham copper mine, you can see it from space. Well, I should look that up and see what percentage of the world's copper comes from Bingham copper mine. What percentage of the world's copper comes from Bingham copper mine? 11% of the U.S. annual copper production. So it's not the world. And it's one of the top producing copper mines in the world, more than 20 million tons. Whew. So there you go. I've done, yeah, there's so much money that I've put left on the table with regard to not starting FSEconomy. There's Bird over there at our airport. Technically, we don't even have to go to the DTA VOR. We could just turn right direct toward Bird. Use him as our beacon, but we'll do the... we will do the RNAV 12 GPS into Dugway. Again, 8500 at Etubi. So at what point can I just go VNAV now? And it'll do it as long as I put in altitude 8,500 and if I click on VNAV, is it gonna take me down? Bird? It'll say VPath, right? I'll just try it. It says V out. Okay, it says V out. It doesn't say V path yet, because we're probably not close. There is a way to show TOD. It's in one of these menus. And it's probably also on here. The top of descent can't be right there. Can you move your camera closer to the bottom? What do you mean? Yes. Down here, you mean? Like right there? There's underlift again. He's at 16,000 feet. Someone told me there's a program that automatically updates WT versions. Is this true? Yes. I showed it earlier. It's called the Microsoft Community Downloader. And I'll show it right here. MSFS Community Downloader. I think if you do a Google search for this, it will put you to where you can download this program, and then it's got several mods in here. I wish all mods were in here, but the ones that I use are the G1000, the 3000, the CJ4, the fly-by-wire A320, a few of these others that I haven't tried yet, and of course the PMS50. But actually, no, I don't do the PMS50. I do the PMS50 GTN 750. And then of course you can add more packages. Oh, look at this. You can import the JSON file. Interesting. Yeah, you betcha. Yeah, do a Google for that. I can't remember. I think I got it from flightsim.to. I think. If I recall correctly. I'm half tempted to turn early to Itubi. Will it recalculate if I do? I think I will. I'm going to turn to Itubi. So direct, Itubi, execute. Going direct, baby. Clouds look pretty good. So another question is when does it go on the VPath? Is it recalculating VPath? Uh-oh, where's it going? Uh-oh. It's doing something funky. I recycled flight directors. Let's see what it does. You need to be closer to the TOD. Okay. Well, it was going off the wrong way. In fact, it still is. Yeah. Oh, there it's going. Now it's going. That was weird. And we're 41 miles from E2B. It is. It's going after the line that was created when you did the direct to. Sometimes if a big angle. So I should probably go on heading for a little while and then do direct. Get closer to the waypoint general direction. It seems to me though that my stream is stuttering right there on that view. See, on my sim I'm not stuttering at all, but on my preview of my stream, that ground below us right now, below the wing, is stuttering. Do you guys see the stuttering on the stream, or is that just in my preview? And now I'm going to turn off my preview and see if it changes for you. Again, it would be pretty pronounced. But if we go over here and we just do performance mode. Alright, so the performance mode is off. So I don't know if you guys see any stuttering beneath the wing. It is stuttering? Okay, what about now with the preview? The preview off. Is it still stuttering? Smooth now? Okay. Again, the downsides of single PC simulation and single PC streaming. Probably should get that streaming PC going again. It's a bit of a pain to do audio, but and other things, but it's nice to have that extra smoothness. Smooth operator now. Yeah, because I guess the preview is here. I'll turn on preview again. Alright, so there's the preview on again. And then if I wonder if I make it smaller. Seems okay like that. Oh, path. We have path, people. Does that look good, Bird? Right there it says path. And then change our range. There's our top of descent right there. And then in order for it to do the hold, what would I do to do the hold? Is this real life? Of course. Yeah. Is it real or is it fantasy? That's not the proper entry point, I think, for E2B. Yeah, I don't know if it does do a hold, because I think it would say hold in the waypoint here, but if I do menu, that's just display menu, never mind. Legs. Yeah, I don't think it'll do a hold. I think it'll just turn left. And we'll see though. Twin City Jeff, you going into the verse? Are you in there now? Is the PTU as unstable today as it was yesterday? 30K, 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 blah, blah, blah. It was so... It's the worst it's ever been for me. It was really bad yesterday, and I think it's. I don't know. Have they fixed it? I guess they've identified the bug that happened in the patch. Black Sheep, hello, nice to see you streaming. Go to IDX page 2, may have a hold function. IDX page 2. Route menu. It's just flight plan. IDX. Hold. Hold at Itubi. How do I execute that? How do I do I just hit do you think I click new hold? Yeah, hopefully we get that fixed today. Recovery is in now though. Yeah, cargo is now easier. Should I do new hold? Or do you think hold at E2B? No, that shouldn't have done that. All right, so if we go direct 2B, execute, IDX, hold, key not active. Might be there already. It's already there. So you're saying because it's populated, huh? Okay. All right, here comes our top of descent. So the plane should start down here at that area right there. TOD flashing. We're going to bring back, oh, look at the magenta right there. And there's our descent. Look at that. You're taking an educated guess. Okay, I'm bringing back the throttle. And according to this, IDX hold, we're doing an FAA parallel entry, max 230 knots, 122 degree right turns, 1 minute legs. Oh man, if this actually works. Hit lower menu button to clear that box off the screen if you want. Thank you. See what she does.
Altitude.
Okay, it's doing a left turn. I think it's going to the next waypoint. Yeah, it's going to Uozo. It's not doing the hold. Okay, well, maybe because we came in at a weird angle. I gotta maybe study up on how to get it to do the hold, because it looks like it will. Alright, I need to be at Uozo at 6,100. I really should probably fly back out, do a proper entry, but I'm parked in the dirt since the airport isn't modeled going to get the drone out for the landing. There you go. Okay. Gear coming down. A notch of flaps.
Altitude.
So now we can just hit. Did we hit APPR? And do I need to reset my altitude hold? Or sorry, do I need to reset my altitude, or is my approach going to take it below the 6100? Oh, we're getting slow. I'm thinking that I have to take this altitude down lower. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. There's GP. GP is enabled. We can go flaps 35. $150 knots is fine. If it's pointing at the purple circle, it's on the glide slope. Okay. How you doing, Vinyl Rabbit? This is the working title, CJ4 mod. Well, there's still a purple circle right there, though. Or a diamond, I guess. Or whatever that is called. Yeah. Okay, fully configured. Looking pretty good. What interior do you have? I don't know. Do I have different interior? Did I put a mod in for that? Can't remember. Yeah, it's VNav for sure. Bringing us right down to Chinatown.
Autopilot. 500.
Okay, yaw damper off. Seems like it's just off just a little bit, but displace threshold. We're gonna have to maybe make an airport. We're out here. Asobo erased the center line for the runway and added their own off to the right. Is that a taxiway or a runway over there? Clouds look pretty good over there. Okay, setting results. It's a military strip, yep. You did find a ramp. It's at the end of the runway to the right. Okay. All right, the flight is logged. It was a bit of a delay, but let's take a look here. FSEconomy log, snack air. John Fly KSLC to KDT DPG. Oh, this TT Kreisverst. He's been flying his cakes off. He's snack racing. Look at all that. That's awesome. All right, earnings. Let's see, 7320, 29-minute flight, 732 ground crew fee. Booking fee 732. 58.56, 29.26 to Snack Air, and pilot got 29.30. That was a good landing. I thought so. Yeah. Thank you, Vinyl. CIA Special Ops guy and fudge the yeah. We have to actually burn the logs, Nikita. We have to burn them. Does Snack Air still own Newark? Yes, we still own Newark. Yep. You want to buy it? We've only got 16 million in the bank and 20 million in the escrow account. All right, let's do some flight planning back to Salt Lake City. So go to flights, new flight, manual input, KDPG to KSLC. Create the departure. There are no SIDS. We'll do runway 30, and then we're gonna do. Let's do the ILS 17 from Ogden. Show the overlay. So we need to be at 11,000 at Uduzu. Yeah, that'll work. Now the question is, can the plane be turned around with a whole new flight plan and behave properly? Or do we restart? Okay, so we'll go take off and we'll go direct to Ogden. We'll leave the discontinuity in there for now. I'm going to put up the altitude. Put a new origin and destination should do it. I suggest deleting them first. It looked like the legs were all good. I'll be impressed if this didn't need a freshie start. We are going to put in 11,000 in the altitude. And our speed. Worry about that later. All right. Flaps 15. Set trim for takeoff. Where's Bird? Bird coming along? Bird's gone. Bird, thank you for joining me today. Out to Dugway. How are we doing on fuel? Is fuel in the FMS? No. Where's our fuel? 1,400 pounds per side. Right there. Okay. Got a short takeoff. See if we can start the flight. Sure enough, we got you know what? 2 more passengers just showed up, so I'm gonna cancel the flight. I'm gonna put 2 additional passengers that just showed up and select to my flight. Fly for Snack Air. Confirm group. Yep. Good. Start flight. You can bring up your Navigraph charts on the CRT. Yeah, I just don't feel like I have the flexibility to really zoom in and out, and I kind of like the separate app. But yeah, it's a nice thing. Okay, let's. A little bit engine sound for takeoff. Gonna spool up before brake release. This is not a normal procedure to take off with this short of a runway, but airspeed alive. Rotate. Flight director's whacked. Gear up. Flight level change. And we're going to go on heading mode. That's amazing. What a great plane.
Altitude.
What a fantastic plane. Just a lurking. Okay, leveling off here. We're going to bring back the throttles. Like 60%. It's fine. Oh, it's gorgeous. Alright, we're going to make a heading change here. I'm going to fly heading 330. You know what? I'm gonna do a little trickery. I'm gonna track the Bonneville VOR. So the Bonneville VOR is right there. Actually, I take it back. I think I'm gonna track the Ogden VOR. Yeah, so Ogden is 115.7. So if we go down to tune and we go 115.7 for nav 1, and then I want to change my source here, so There's the VOR. Now, where is my course knob? Right there. There we go. Lining up. And now we'll hit nav. Little slant alpha. Hat Trick Co. How you doing? I do have the Warthog, yep. Look at that little slant alpha in our life. That's awesome. You're on a discontinuity, so you won't get the line on your CRT. Yeah, I'm actually in VOR 1 mode though. See right here? So I'm not even following the path, the plan in the I don't care about the discontinuity because it's at one point I'll just go direct Ogden. But you're right. That if I was on FMS, then that would come into play. Does that make sense? But I'm following it. Or maybe you're on delay. Maybe refresh the stream. Maybe you're behind. The first gray switch on the right throttle, does it click lock forward but not backward? I'm trying to figure out if I have a defect. Okay, first gray switch on right throttle. The first gray switch on right throttle is that top one with the grooves. Mine does lock forward, but it does not lock backwards. The top, it's the first gray one. The second one overall, the hat switch. Mine does lock forward, but does not lock backward. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we're tracking the VOR at way high of speed. Wish I could fly today in the real world. It's been driving you crazy. I didn't think that when I bought this Warthog HOTAS that I'd be using it 6 years later and prefer it over every other option out there. I do need to test my I do need to test if I were in the mood to fly a yoke. There's a yoke that I've been testing. It's the Turtle Beach Velocity yoke. It was debuted at Flight Sim Expo, and I've had that, and it works for both PC and Xbox. I need to break that back out and get it going on the... Because apparently they just came out with a profile for it that I need to test, so... Yeah, it's Max's plane, yeah. The Warthog is one seriously overbuilt piece of gear. I've dropped mine on my foot a few times, and yeah, that would hurt. That would hurt. Alright, so if we look here, we're supposed to be at Uduzu at 11,000 and Ivaki at 9, Prize at 7,500, and Tiffle at 6,000. So it's the waypoint it's going to. It's just going to Ogden and then Uduzu. Okay. Alright, so now we'll switch to go direct to Ogden, execute, and then we're going to switch the nav source to Ogden, and then we're also going to put in the VNav. Okay, VAlt. And then I'll just put in build elevation. Even though if we were, if we were on ATC, it would definitely be following their altitude guidance. Crazy Humpy One, if only the CJ4 had the Garmin suite instead of the Pro line. Oh, yeah, the nice G3000. I'd take a G3000 in here. So funny enough, right out here, right off my nose is a bird migratory waterfowl management area type thing. And I went out there and did ham radio right off the nose, right there. Put my car in the middle of nowhere and did ham radio because there's this program where people are trying to contact every special park area or wildlife management area, waterfowl management area, national forest. There's a list. And so all these ham radio operators around the globe are trying to talk to all these different places. And that one was on the list. So I drove all the way out there just to park in some cattails and do some ham radio. That is nerdy. Fly the Longitude. I don't think the Longitude will have nearly the sophistication of the working title CJ4, but it's probably worth it trying it out because it does have the G3000, right? Or is it the G1000? Because working title does do a G3000. That's right, don't they? And just a couple months ago, Max flew his citation into Salt Lake City and landed on the exact runway that we'll be landed on today, and that's runway 17 on the left side of Salt Lake City, where the GA goes. And he landed. I picked him up. We drove to an awesome restaurant in the mountains, had some good breakfast, and then we took him back to the airplane, and he took off to Denver. Hi. Hi. Whoa, be careful. Want to sit on my lap? No? As you can tell, kids just got home. I think I need to up my graphics again now that we've solved the video card problem. I think the Longitude may still have fuel burn issues in the sim. It's got the 3000, okay. Well, I think this automatically sets up the ILS frequencies. So we got 111.5 and a final approach course of 169. So if we do go to tune, yeah, 111.5 is already in there. Course is not in there. But if we do switch it to, localizer on the PFD, then we probably will be able to rotate this course dial. And we can't until we do. Yeah. What was Fly Girl's favorite thing at Disney? It was believe it or not, it was the teacups. I mean, she loved seeing all of the Disney characters and Minnie and Mickey. Oh, Goofy. Goofy was a huge hit. Oh, you know what? I take it back. Teacups was her favorite ride, but she loved Goofy's Kitchen. We ate at Goofy's Kitchen, which I had to take a short-term mortgage out for. And she just loved the entertainment, the buffet and everything like that. I was kind of surprised that in the pandemic they're having a buffet but open, but here we are a week later and I'm still alive, so that's good. And then Flyboy's favorite ride or favorite attraction was the Haunted Mansion. We had to do that twice. The teacups are a great ride though. She loved it. And then my favorite attraction was the Soarin'. Was, you know, I flew around the world. It felt like I was flying. They even went as far as to emit smells in my cockpit of the region that I was flying in, whether it be, you know, in Africa and the fords in Iceland or the pyramids of Egypt, you know. Utah was even in there. So yeah. Can you use your extra monitor to track your flight with a map? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, Hippie High. So over here, this is my chart that I'm about to do a right turn into the ILS runway 17 into Salt Lake City. I just dragged it over to my other monitor. And there I go. Soarin' like over California and Disneyland. Yes, but Huff Day, they changed it. So Soarin' is now fly around the world instead of California. So yeah. Bringing back the throttle a little bit. Oh, and then yesterday I was doing ham radio right up there at a place called Willard Bay State Park, and another waterfowl management area. I was doing some Morse code. Last time I wrote it, it had been like 2011. Yeah, apparently they've upped the resolution, so it's much better with around the world. So go back, check it out. It blew me away. I had to do it twice. Fun to see how they came up with that mechanism. Disney engineers actually built it with an old erector set. Oh, really? Wow. Pretty cool. There's Hill Air Force Base. Or no, that's Ogden. Hill Air Force Base is right up there off the nose. And then Ogden Airport right there. I imagine. There's the turn in. The VOR must be down here in the middle of nowhere. I don't see the VOR model. Should be in the ortho though. Now I'm gonna have to go find that VOR someday. All right, we're supposed to be at Uduzu at 11,000. There's Ogden Airport. Again, Hill Air Force Base up here where they have F-16s, F-35s, F-22s, and big tankers and all kinds of fun stuff. They have a really fantastic golf course right there off the nose. It's they fly in the sand for the bunkers, and it's such a good course. There we go. Golf course. Oops. Wrong person. That didn't work either. Okay, there's the turn in. I gotta figure out my snacks. All right, there's the turn in. We've got V-path flashing now. So now the plane will start to descend. Oh, awesome. Is it snacks add? No. It's broken. Okay, we're supposed to be at Ivaki at 9,000. Gotta control our speed. What an amazing sim. It really, imagine flying the PMDG in this sim. But working title, great job. Bank is closed on Sundays, apparently. Oh, the bot disconnected. I'll try to do it after I land here. Okay, the ILS is working. Or a little too fast, though. Okay, so we're... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, babe. Supposed to be at prize at 7,500. Green Bay has ugly uniforms on. Uh-oh, they might lose because of that. All right, 220 knots. We've been clear to land runway 17 at Salt Lake City. I grew up right over there. Yeah, right back there. We are on profile. Okay, gear coming down. Flaps 15. Do I even need to put in the approach? Because it seems like it's taking me down to Chinatown. Well, I'll just hit it anyway. Approach locked. Keep the speed up here for a little bit. That SR Park 85 guy's been at the airport the entire stream. Just on that side of the airport.
Altitude.
Yep. Landing. Not yet, thank you.
Autopilot.
There's 2 runways here as well. What's going on? That's really bizarre. Yeah, I don't know why I see runway lights above me. It's almost like the days of X-Plane where your mesh was all jacked up. So it should switch automatically to approach mode, you think? I should have left it go. It was a little bit of a long landing, that one, but yeah, we got some weird lights going on here. Clean up the flaps. I need to put that instant replay mod in. No, you put it on APR. You put it on APR and it'll switch from GPS mode to ILS mode. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm going to park right over here. See if we made a bit of money. It was butter. It was long butter, but it was butter. Instant replay coming soon. Yeah. Another glowing endorsement. Of the working title CJ4. So we went DPG back to Salt Lake City. Similar earnings, 73.20, 26-minute flight. We shaved off 3 minutes. 14.64 in fees, etc. Earnings 58.56. Snack Air getting 29.26. Pilot getting 29.30.